Hey guys, Space Fetus here, and welcome to another Cubic Castles video. So we are back with cooking, which I'm sure everyone is happy about. I'm very happy about it. So we're going to do fries. So the fries recipe is oil, sugar, 3 potatoes, and a tomato. And you whack that in your oven, boom, craft it. 15 minutes later, back you come. It's on the floor. Rub the dirt off. They'll be fine. And there you have it. Fries, bit of ketchup. You know, yeah, they look pretty good. I'm going to give it a go, see what we can come up with. So I've got my 3 potatoes, my tomato, a pot of sugar, and my tray that I'm going to put it all on. So we're just going to whack it all on the tray, put it in the oven, 15 minutes, and see what we get. Nice dusting of sugar there, because you know you gotta. I'm pretty sure the sugar's to make the ketchup, but it doesn't specify. So I'm just going to cover the lot, and we can have sweet chips because that's a thing. Also, chips, fries, we call them chips over here, so I'm going to call them chips occasionally. Don't get confused for those of you that call them fries. Okay, so 15 minutes in, we've got the food. It's looking pretty good. They're looking a lot like chips or fries, so we just make sure that they're definitely fries. I mean, I think I've defeated the point here. Oh, fries. Use the other end, that might make it better. I lost one. Get it? Yeah, that'll do it. That'll definitely make them look like fries. Yeah, so we're just going to take the fries and shove them in our fry box, obviously, because I made one of those. Because, you know, authentic, isn't it? So chuck that in there. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's looking good. That's looking good. Put the tomato over the... Oh, wait, it's supposed to be ketchup, though, isn't it? It's not supposed to be a whole tomato. Well, we can fix that. We'll fix the tomato. Yeah, there we go. And it's ketchup. So there are my fries with my ketchup. I actually think out of all of them, this one's probably come out the best compared to the other recipes. This one looks pretty good, but we'll give it a go. So I just got to work today. Work is, you know, it's always fun to go to work and spend the day slaving away for other people. Let's go in the kitchen and see what we got to do today, I suppose. What are the jobs? Okay, so my prepare list. Cut onions, cook food and stuff, make more food, film a Cubic Castles video at work? Well, we're not doing the rest of that. Let's just do this instead. I'm going to get ready for my video because that is clearly way more important than my job. So, for hand-cut chips, which I'm going to show you first, take your potato and you want to slice it down the side into 3 sections, so that they're nice and thin. And then just slice that into chips. They obviously won't be as straight and as perfect as pre-made ones, but you know, the hand-cut rustic look, this looks quite nice. I quite like them like this. But if you're going to be the professional man about it, you want your chips, you need one of these. Now this is a chipper. So what it does is it squishes the potato through some perfect holes, as you'll see me demonstrate, and it makes those sort of perfect cut chips, fries that you see in McDonald's or other places. So you just bash it through, and out they come at the bottom. Absolutely perfect. Obviously the edge ones, not so much, but the ones in the middle, they're pretty good. I mean, they look very, very good, very much the same. Hear them compared to the sort of rustic hand-cut chips that I just did. Fries, I'm going to call them chips all day. So now what you want to do is you want to take them, and if you've got a fryer, brilliant. If you don't, an oven will do it, just not as well. You can get really cheap home fryers nowadays, but you want to put the temperature down real low, and you put them in for 10 minutes on low, and that's called blanching. Now, blanching makes them nice and soft, but it doesn't make them crispy. So they're not hard, they're soft, but they're not crispy. So you blanch them. You can blanch a huge amount at once, and then when you then need to cook them crispy, you come back and you cook them again. So they've had their 10 minutes of blanching. So what I would do is I would blanch a huge amount of these, like a big tub of them, and then when I need to cook them later as I'm selling them, I would just chuck them back in the fryer and crisp them up. So those are good. I want to turn the fryer now up to the maximum heat because we're ready to actually cook them for eating now. So we chuck them back in. They don't take too long, just a few minutes, and then they'll crisp right up, and they're good to eat then. So obviously, if you're working in a restaurant environment, you're going to blanch a huge amount of these, and that way, when people start ordering them, they're not going to have to wait hours for their chips, you know, to soften up. You can just whack them in, out they go. And it's a really good way, you know, of making the chips ready. So those are looking pretty good. Probably need a bit longer on the other ones, as that left fryer is a bit better than the right fryer, so it does cook a bit quicker. But yeah, we're just crisping them up, making them, you know, to the... I mean, obviously, crisping is personal preference, but there is like a standard of crisping that you cannot have less than, so we get it to that. Some people like super well done, to the point where there's basically no potato left in it, and they're just weird shells. But yeah, they're pretty good. They're very hot, though. Burn my fingers. But you got to check. You got to check these things. You got to sacrifice one for the team, all right? Got to take one for the team. So, just waiting on those to cook in real time, because for some reason I decided that was what we were going to do, and I'm not going to fast forward it. So they're done. So we're going to chuck them in what I call my chip bowl. And this basically, I put them in this bowl. I grab a handful of salt, chuck that in there, mix it around, make sure they got a nice coating, and then these are the bowls that we serve them in. Obviously, I haven't done a whole portion. These because the hand cut chips we don't really sell anymore. We now use the sort of more professional level looking chips, although I prefer the hand cut ones. But yeah, salt them up, put them in your chip bowls, fry bowls, whatever you want to call them, and then you send those out to the customers. So that is how to do hand cut rustic chips and professional looking chips in a professional working kitchen. Or if you want to do them at home and you've got a fryer at home. I hope you enjoyed watching, guys. Thanks very much. We'll see you soon.